You can
Black
respond.
women cannot be racist to white women. Are you kidding me?
Sorry?
That makes no sense.
Sorry?
Hi everyone, I'm Clever and welcome back to the Clever Report. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop another video. So I've been looking at scrolling the internet and I found a clip yesterday night of Piers Morgan's show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, where he was debating the trans issue with Black Blossom. Basically a black man posing as a woman, a trans woman putting on a wig, and Riley Gaines, a strong activist for fairness and equality in women's sports. So I don't know, throughout the course of the conversation morphed into who is actually racist, who can be racist, and whose action or inactions cannot be racist. It's so funny, what the Black Blossom had to say. The loudest in the room actually thinks they are smart. And I'm sorry to say this, when you actually think you're a woman and a man, your opinions on certain things are just not valid because basically you don't even know who you are. But that aside, I want us to watch the clip. Then I'll give you my take on the issue.
You can
Black
respond.
women cannot be racist to white women. Are you kidding me?
Sorry?
That makes no sense.
Sorry?
Black women cannot be racist to white women. Do you not understand that?
Oh, yes,
I
they
understand
can.
You don't have the intellectual
Oh, yes, they
capacity
can.
to understand that.
Oh, yes,
but
they
that's
can.
Very much
and you've been
impossible.
racist to me.
That's very much
You've
impossible.
been racist to me, a white man, by saying I'm a race baiter. Yeah.
How am I racist to you? I'm black. I can't be racist to you.
You call me a race baiter with no evidence.
Racist to me.
When have I been a race
racist,
baiter?
You could be racist to me.
When have I been a race baiter?
But I'm a powerhouse.
Tell me when I've been a race baiter.
I'm a powerhouse.
Well, you may be
Piers,
a powerhouse.
I understand something.
You may be a
powerhouse.
You may be a powerhouse.
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Oh, you admit that.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
When have I been a race baiter?
Okay.
This is absurd.
No, hang on. Tell me,
Honey.
Blossom. Give me one example of me race baiting. Blossom, go.
I'm here at this point. I'm just here to talk about trans women in sports. I said what I said.
So you don't have anything, do you?
Repeat anything.
You called me a race.
Now, for context, let's actually look at the standard definition of who a racist is. By definition, a racist is a person who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is minority or marginalized. This is just the basic definition. If you think people should be treated badly because of their skin color or their ethnicity or their race, then you are a racist. And now, from that definition, there was no way they said, black people cannot be racist. And I actually genuinely think in this current day, especially in the United States, whereby this is a hub of conversation, everybody is a beacon of freedom. Everybody looks at the United States. Everything they do is news story and newsworthy. If you look at it, I think black people get away with racism. Hear me out. I'm not saying that there are no racist white people there, but things that a black person will say to a white person that is actually racist, people will say no, it's reverse racism. They look at racism from the lens of the oppressor and the oppressed. They always find a way to make the white person the oppressor. And this continual, perpetual victim mindset, it reinforces bad behavior. Whereby they're teaching people like Blossom, critical race theory, whereby anything they do is right. For example, if somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson, no race beta, says black power, support only black-owned businesses, keep it in the community, do not mix and everything. Everybody will applaud him. Everybody will say, yes, go, Dr. Umar. What you said is actually right. But if somebody like Nick Fuentes, for example, says, yes, white power, keeping it in the white community, where people should, be in a tight-knitted community, do not associate with people that you think are dangerous. Just keep it in the white community, marry white people. Everybody will call him a racist. It's a double standard that makes it very, 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 very funny. Yeah, I know somebody was telling me yesterday that why am I even not taking the angle of the trans issue and stuff? I'm tired. I'm actually tired of talking about that issue because it's a lose-lose issue. Because I actually want, these women that are supporting, because who are the people that call us homophobic and misogynistic just because we don't want mentally deranged men like Blossom in women's private spaces or women's sports? They are still women. Who are the biggest voting bloc that votes for liberal, woke, progressive policies? Women. So I'm sorry if I don't feel the need to actually speak on the trans issue again. If women want men to beat them in their sports or be in their sports or in their private space, let them have it. I'm tired of playing this game of trying to discuss this issue, and it's a lose-lose because women overwhelmingly support this madness. So when men come to their shows or come to their Olympic games or come to their spaces and win all their awards, because biologically we are different. We are so different biologically, you can't even measure it. Men are stronger physically. So anything that concerns sports, men by definition or by default are going to be better than women. This is just a real biological fact. But this warped idea on this feminist, this matriarchal society we are living that tells women that they can be in women's sports. And why is it that the women that the women that transition to they say they transition to be men, they don't even actually try to even go to men's sports because they know they will be crushed. So I'm sorry if I don't feel no empathy again towards women that that overwhelmingly support this issue of mentally deranged men playing in their sports. Yes, I have a little empathy for people like Riley Gaines, people that have been speaking up, people that experience this thing firsthand. But it's a lose-lose situation because who are the biggest fighters of Riley Gaines online? They are still women. Who are the biggest people that support these woke policies? They are still women. So somebody like Blossom that is mentally deranged coming out to tell us that if you're a black person, you cannot be racist is so funny because a black person can call a white person a cracker, but once a white person uses the N word on a black person, all hell will be broken loose. The person will be doxxed. People will tell the person that he or she should lose his job just because of a word. So this is a problem. This is a double standard. I know Piers tried to make it about himself, saying that you know God he called him a racist and everything. I just wanted Piers, in his old fashion, he just wanted to make it about himself, get it back and forth. I understand. I just wanted the conversation to keep flowing. So people will see the hypocrisy in this kind of person. I've seen this Blossom person in many interviews, in many debates, in Jubilee debates. He's just very, very woke and senseless, talks over people and everything. So in this kind of situation, I don't know what black people are doing. I don't know why they genuinely think that they cannot be racist towards white people. There's nothing like reverse racism. Racism is racism. But the problem is that a group of people are allowed to get away with it. If it's a playing field, a playing field that everybody can be racist and everybody will be held accountable for it, I don't have any problem with that. Genuinely, I don't have it because some people are prejudiced. When you recognize a pattern of, 12% of the population over committing majority of the violent crimes, they call you a racist. And in the world, generally, white people are the minority. So being the minority in the world that means they cannot actually be racist going by the logic of this mentally deranged man. So this is the problem. When we play these stupid mind games and then think that we can just get away with what we're saying. In this 2025, and people are still, seeing the world through the lens of race. Yes, I'm not saying we live in a completely colorblind society, but why is it that the gut reaction of certain black people or many black people, because they overwhelmingly vote for Democrat policies, why is it that their first gut reaction is to see every issue from the lens of race? And that is not, how a healthy society, flourishes. That's that's my take on this issue. I might be wrong, you might disagree with me, but do it so respectfully. Like, subscribe, turn on post notification so you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. I love you, but God loves you more.